Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Martins here, creator of the Lean Body Breakthrough, a design program specifically for moms and dads who are busy and to help them lose weight without long workouts and impossible diets. And I have with us today Casey, a friend of mine in the neighborhood who we've known for probably about 10 years now, I think. And I wanted to share with you some of his success. So without further ado, thanks, Casey, for jumping on here.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So first question I want to just ask is what made you reach out to me in the beginning? What was the kind of thing that said, hey, I got to reach out to Mark and see what he's up to with this online coaching?
Yeah, so for me, I mean, obviously, we've known each other a long time. I worked out at your old gym and, obviously, we keep up on, social media and stuff like that. And so I kind of knew what you've been doing the past couple of years. But I think for me, the biggest thing that kind of, set me to finally reach out to you was, we're, growing family, growing in my career, and just kind of wanted to take another step in my health. I've done the gym thing, I've done, workouts and tried, diets and things like that. And for me this year was just, hey, I really want to take a step in the right direction and set some more goals for myself. And that's really what ultimately said, hey, let's just talk to Mark and see what's going on.
Cool, man. Yeah, it's, and can you share just a little bit of how busy, I say, I talk about this all the time. It's for busy moms and dads that I work with. And you're a busy guy, like full-time job. Tell me about family life and that. Can you share a little bit of how busy your schedule is right now?
Yeah, absolutely. So, regardless of the pandemic, you got to work, twice as hard in your career. And I got a growing family. We have officially now a 2-week-old. So the schedule's tight. It's, I work at home. I've always been working at home, at least consecutively the past, 6 or 7 years I've been at home. So, with young kids, you're always at work, but you're always at home. So when you go inside for a coffee break, you're dad. You get back out to your office and you're the sales executive. So it's constantly wearing those hats of, wanting to be the involved dad, but, you're always on that corporate grind. 10, 12 hours a day.
Yeah. And it's so true. Like being a busy parent, and you got one extra more than me now with 3, and then, and you got to take care of the wife, obviously we got to do a good job of that. So we got to have time for all those things, which makes life really busy, let alone to try to take time out for you. So I know when you got started with, we got on a call and we started talking and sharing with you, was there anything that you were maybe skeptical about, having this being online versus your experience before?
Yeah, for me, it was kind of funny because, again, working from home, everything you do, for your company is online and virtual, especially when you sell technology. So for me, the part I was probably most skeptical about was I've only done, the gyms that you got to drive to and make time for. So for me, it's like, and I was never like a big fan of like going to the gym by myself and trying to figure out how to do a workout on my own. It's very intimidating and confusing to me. So, the online thing, I was like, wait, how am I going to balance not going to a gym with all this equipment in front of me and try and figure out how to do it online? Like, what's the coaching like? What's the guidance? Like, how do you do it? So for me, just the initial conversation was, I have no idea how I'm going to work out at home and potentially lose as much weight as I want to. So for me, that was like my biggest barrier to entry.
Yeah. And I would say is, now how long have we been working together for? Are we in 3 months, 3.5 months?
Yeah, we're about 3.5 months into it.
So you literally started just right before we got on lockdown, literally.
Yeah, absolutely. So it was the beginning of March is when I really started, getting when we got the plan together and started those workouts and, going to work events still. So everything was still open, and then immediately just all came crashing to a halt.
Yeah. Yeah. So having to kind of shift, make the adjustments for all your work stuff, for all your family stuff, to adjust and shift for your wife and getting ready for the delivery of the baby and all those things. I can say it's safe to say that there's no excuses for people to say they're busy. And I say when there's an excuse, go talk to Casey because he's about as busy as they get. With that, what did you find was, you mentioned like workouts and that. Tell me about the workouts. How long are your workouts for? Because people always ask, how can I do this? I don't have any time in my schedule to work out and to do this and that. So share with everybody else here that's listening what your workouts are like as far as time frame and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So I just kind of give you a good picture. I'm a morning guy, so I'm always the first one, up in the house. So it's nice and quiet. So what I do is I typically, I set my alarm for 5 a.m. That gives me a chance to, grab some water. I start doing some stretches, and like literally this is just a couple minutes. The timed portion of the workout, it's 18 minutes, and I'm doing 2 rounds of my workouts. 18 minutes doesn't sound like a lot of time. You can spend a whole hour and a half or more at the gym just, going between machines and trying to figure out what you're going to do to work out. I'm 18 minutes all in for the workout with stretching, cool down. I'm sweating, my shirt's wet. It's a full intense workout if you're doing it the right way.
Yeah. You're not wasting time, right?
No, you're not wasting time. You're not, dragging yourself out to the car, driving to the gym. I set it up, in my living room. I'm good to go. There's no distractions, not waiting on other people to finish on a machine. It's all body weight, workout. And I'm doing better than I ever did at some, big gym where, I probably wasn't doing everything in the right order.
Yeah, that's awesome. So of course we know it's not all about the workouts, although once you have what you need there, then the next part is the nutrition or the other component. So share with them kind of the things you've been learning, or maybe some aha moments for you, wins as far as with nutrition goes. Because I know we're foodies, right? We know.
Yeah,
like food.
Food is my weakness. So I love good food, and I was. Can't say that I avoided junk food, but good food doesn't mean it's the healthiest when it's a lot of butter and salt and things like that aren't, good for you to eat every single day. So I think my 2 biggest breakthroughs with food was working at home. So snacks are always around. It's not like I go to an office where I'm just, bringing my lunch and that's what I'm going to eat for the day. So, being able to pay attention to what you're putting into your body. And then the second for me was, portion control. So again, eating, was one, but for me, paying attention to the actual portion control, and not going back for, seconds or thirds, depending on what you're eating.
Yeah. And, for the audience that's listening to people that are not too sure, like so I've tried to portion control. Why am I not doing well with it? Well, who do you have to report to on a weekly basis, your food and your workouts?
Yeah.
This guy right here.
Yeah. So it's not like you're eating, whatever you want. It's, you're being held accountable, and, it's, I can easily just write you a log of what I eat, but it's the pictures of what I eat. And when you pay attention to stuff like that, your plates get smaller.
Yeah, and so of course those are all great things, but what kind of results people want to know at the end of the day? What kind of results have you been getting through the last 3 months during the entire pandemic? And people say, no, I put on the COVID 19 pounds. So where are you at?
I would have been COVID 25. I would have been ahead of the COVID 19. I would have been COVID 25. Being at home, not being able to go anywhere, not being motivated to do things. So for me, I was exercising more, but from a result standpoint, three and a half months into it, let's just, be liberal with it. I'm down at least 18 pounds. I can't even tell you how many inches off, waist, hips, chest, and then, gaining muscles in my arms and legs and feeling stronger and more energetic every day.
So potentially we could say you didn't put on the 25 pounds and you took off 18. If we put that together, that's a whole lot of weight, right? That could be on your body right now versus cool. So you got some results. That's great, because that's what people want to know. Is this online thing work, or is it just a sham? Is it all this, is there fancy workouts, or is this crazy diet? No, the answer is no. So great job on the results. I knew you were going to crush it, because you just said when you came into it, tell me what I need to do and I'll do it. And that was basically work the plan, and the plan's going to get you results, and that's what you got. And I'm so psyched to see you. Just, you got a family now, full family, 3 kids, wife, and you're getting in the best shape of your life, which is awesome. And so I would ask this, who would you recommend this to? Just kind of, if somebody's watching this right now, what kind of a a person would you recommend the Lean Body Breakthrough Coaching Program for?
I mean, I have a pretty diverse group of friends from, you know, other guys that are dads. Some of them are still single and, you know, and want to be married with kids. And I think it really works for everybody. I think what you kind of just said was, you know, when I first started, I needed a plan. Had the coronavirus hit, even if I had done a home workout just on my own, I probably still would have gained weight because I didn't have a plan set up to execute. So for me, it was like being in business is, what's my strategy? How am I going to measure success? You got to have a plan. In sales, you got to have a territory plan. If you want to lose weight and get stronger and eat healthy, you can't just be like, oh, you know, tomorrow I'm going to eat a salad. That's not a plan. That's just wishful thinking.
Yeah, what's that saying? A goal without a plan is a wish. I can't remember who said that, but I remember that.
And then you're just going to keep expecting, you're going to keep expecting results to happen, and it's never going to happen because you don't have a plan.
Yeah, awesome. Well, it's been great. Like I said, you're just getting started on your path. You're getting some great results. Literally crushed it. I can't even imagine if this wasn't going on, what kind of results you might have gotten in the last 3.5 months. But with that said, we'll just chalk it off as huge wins. Now you're healthier, you're in a better path, you have the structure, you have the plan, and you're being held accountable. You're getting great results. So congrats on your success, Casey. Anything else you want to say to anybody? It's kind of
just say, like, you know, it's not that, you know, you have to make this gigantic shift in your lifestyle. It's a simple plan. If you follow it and you stick to it, it's going to take more than a week. I'm 3 months into it, but you slowly start to see the improvements in the way you look and the way you feel. For me as a guy, we can't always say that, like, out publicly, that I don't like what I see in the mirror. 4 months ago, I didn't like what I saw in the mirror. And that's not typical. Like, that's, you know, you hear women say that. That's not always something that a guy is going to own up to. I'm already married, but I still want, you know, my wife to be happy with what she sees, and she was. But me personally, I needed to make the change so that I like what I see.
Yeah, that's so good, man. We'll end it on that because it's so true. As guys, we're just so, that's why typically more women come to, say, a coach or look for help, whether it be nutrition or anything really, but weight loss, nutrition, workouts, because as guys, we think we know it all. I mean, that's just the honest truth. I can say the same. But when you realize that we all need help in some aspects of our life, some need it in finances, some need it in relationships, some need it in their own relationship that they have with themselves and with food or with working out. And so it's awesome, man. So I'll just say congrats again, Casey. Thanks for sharing. And if you want any more information, you can certainly reach out to me. You see me online on Facebook all the time. And if you want, just send me a message and we'll talk about getting you on the right plan and giving you the structure. So if there's another lockdown, God forbid, or if there's something that comes up in your life, or you're just struggling with trying to figure out what plan works best for you, reach out and we'll get you set up on one. That's it. Take care. Thanks again, Casey. We'll see you later.
Thanks.